It's 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 the a daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about playing with your heart and money tonight. How y'all feeling tonight, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And that's whether you celebrate Thanksgiving in a conventional way or not, whether you celebrate holidays or not. You know, for me, celebrating the holidays, any holidays, is really about getting together with family, friends, loved ones, and you know, it's a gathering. So all of the traditions that may come along with those holidays, because I understand the position that people hold as far as saying, you know, these pagan holidays, and they just want you to go out and spend all your money and have you believing in things and defending things that you know nothing about, and yeah, I mean, all of the mythology and the folklore and the fables that come along with it. Listen, I can't get caught up in all of that. I know the history of Thanksgiving. I know what it's supposed to symbolize, but I also know the black story. And y'all know the black story is always different from when we celebrate things, when we get together, it's always different than the reason that other people get together, and the way we do things is always different. So um happy Thanksgiving to y'all. I hope y'all had a good day today. For those of y'all who had to work, I hope it didn't stress you out too much. For those, I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with going to work on a holiday and getting that money. There's nothing wrong with getting that money on a holiday. So if you don't celebrate the holiday, shoot, what better way is there to celebrate it or to compensate for not celebrating it than to go to work, get your cash, baby, get your cake up. You know what I mean? Cake up until you wake up. Much more space you might have to take up. So, all right. Um, Tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism show, I want to talk about playing with your heart, playing with your money, playing with your heart, playing with your money. He was playing with your heart, playing with your money. She was playing with your heart, playing with your money. Yo, from the start, you know that she was playing with your heart. She wasn't down with you. She wasn't painting art. She wasn't giving you nothing to hold. She treated you like a sucker and you was cold. And you know, took your cash, didn't even give you no ass. Speaking of ass, you gave your ass to this man 10 times again. Yeah, like a friend. And he didn't do nothing for you. He wouldn't even call you his boo. Well, life goes on and you have to live it. There's a lot to take and some more to give it. When you feel in your heart that somebody is the greatest, but they treat you like a hater. All right, that's what we're talking about tonight. Playing with your heart, playing with your money. Now, normally when we talk about playing with your heart and playing with your money, we're talking about things that people tell you not to do. They tell you not to do. Yo, do not play with my heart. Do not play with my money. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say, well, listen, you can play with my heart. You can even play with my pussy. You can play with my dick. But don't play with my cash. Do not play with my cash. That's your lifestyle right there. That's how you pay your bills. That's how you keep the kids happy. That's how you that's how you put the presents under the tree and pay for the tree itself. That's how you keep the roof over your head, the shoes on your feet, the clothes on your back, the pants on your legs. You understand what I'm saying? Socks on feet, gloves on hands, however it goes. So a lot of people will tell you, listen, I don't care what you do, but don't mess around with my money. Don't play around my money. Don't have me in a situation where you are owing me and I have to come look for you, or you're not doing the right things with my money that you're supposed to be doing. I don't care if you work for me and you're stealing time. That means you're playing around with my money. We're not going to have it. I will replace you. One of the worst things that can happen to somebody in a relationship It's for them to get played in a relationship, have, get strung along, or made to believe that it's just me and that it's just you and them, and that y'all have the greatest love of all, only to find out that not only was they messing around with you, but they was also digging in your pockets, taking money from your stash, taking from your bank account or something like that. So it's like a slap in the face, a double slap in the face, to have somebody play around with your cash like that. And not only that, but messing around with your heart. Now, I put the whole money thing first. I wanted to go first as far as talking about somebody playing around with your money, because this is something that has happened to everybody. Nobody has had good dealings when it comes to money with everybody in their lives. So somewhere along the life, somewhere along in your life, somebody has played around with your money, and I know that you felt some kind of way about it. It could have been little kids selling candy or Girl Scout cookies or something like that, and they never delivered the candy that you paid for, something like that. It could be something as small as when you go to the store, whoever is at the register taking for granted that you were going to let them keep the change. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it has happened to me. And I was like, what are you doing? Oh, well, it was only a couple of cents. So I thought that maybe you didn't want to, that you didn't want it. Like, give me my fucking money. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, maybe, first of all, there is no maybe on that. I never tell, cashiers to keep the change. For what? For what? I'm not telling you to keep the change. I understand, people do that, and they don't even really. When you tell a cashier to keep the change, that means they have to put the money in their pocket. They could actually get in more trouble for that than if you just went ahead and took your money, because that cash register has to come up right. If it comes up over or if it comes up under, they figure that somebody is stealing, because everything is calculated to the letter. So we know, or should I say, they know exactly how much money should be in that cash register based on what is sold, especially like in a fast food restaurant. So they know how much should be in the register from each individual register based on the things that they have sold that day: fries, burgers, drinks, shakes, whatever it is. They know what the number should be at the end of the day. So they tally that up. If it comes up more, then they figure that somebody is messing around with that register, and they're not either adding or subtracting correctly, or they're stealing. Bottom line. So if they get caught putting the change that you said that they could keep back in their pocket, that could be a problem too. Not only that, I don't tell cashiers to keep the change. Ain't nobody, big Willie out here. We ain't big balling out here. Ain't nobody Jay-Z and P. Diddy and out here. Ain't keeping no change. Give me my money. But what would you do in a situation where somebody took for granted that you were going to let them keep the change even when you paid for something at the store? What was that? I remember when I went overseas, when I went to France. When I went to France, we went to Paris. We were doing our internship over in Amsterdam, and and we traveled to Paris and Germany on the weekends. One time to see my brother, who was stationed at the Air Force base over there, and the other time we went to Paris. Of course, we kids, um, 21, 22 years old, and we wanted to see what it was like to go to Paris. We know about France and Paris, and the Eiffel Tower and all that kind of stuff, and the Louvre and all of that. Anyway, so they knew we didn't speak French. So when we're buying things over there, they tried to get away with keeping the change. Like, I don't care what language I know how to speak or don't know how to speak. I know math is the same in every language. This costs this much. Give me my goddamn money. So I did consider that a form of playing with my money. Frenchman, stop playing with my money, monsieur. Don't play around with my cash, monsieur. I will whoop your ass over here in France, and I ain't trying to have the American embassy try to rescue me. So yeah, you never forget when somebody has played around with your money. You know, it's an easy way for friendships to end. That is a real easy way for friendships to end. Like, let's say you and a friend were supposed to go in on something. It could have been a vacation. It could have been concert tickets. It could have been on in a business venture. It could have been on lottery tickets. It could have been in anything. Whenever you pool your money with somebody else in order to make money or to get goods and services, you never know exactly what a person's intentions are. And it's one of those things that may have you looking at somebody differently that you thought that you knew for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you might be looking at them real sideways, like, let me get this straight. You told me that it was $50 for everybody, but it was really only $35 for everybody. So you collected an extra $15 from everybody for yourself. And they might try to lie and say, well, the $15 was for the work that I put in, because I was the one having to collect all the money. I had to set up all the appointments. I did all of the work. So that was really to take care of those fees and things that were my involvement. But the truth of the matter might have been that the $35 covered all of his or her fees, because the tickets were only $20, $25 or something like that. People get real crazy over a little bit of money. And you may not know how crazy a person will get over a couple of dollars until they get crazy with you over a couple of dollars. And like I said, it'll have you looking at somebody that you knew your whole life. It'll have you looking at them sideways for the rest of your life. Like, okay. So you only cool when there's no money involved. You can't be trusted, and you not a cool, good person if a couple of dollars comes into play. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see how you are. Playing with my money, playing with your heart. I said, playing with my money, playing with your heart. I said, playing with your heart. People ain't going for that. I ain't going for it. You probably ain't going for it. A whole gang of folks ain't going for it. Now, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. But it's sad. It's sad when you think that somebody that you know is 100%, or they all on the level, they good peoples and all of that, and you see what divides good people from people that's just okay. This is something that divides good people from people that are just okay. And to have you revealing the whole story about who you thought they were. And that's how it goes when somebody's playing around with your money. Now, some people that I know, some people that you know, will get violent over somebody playing with their money. You know what I mean? Don't play with their money. They'll tell you in a minute they work too hard for their money, or they're not trying to be out here looking crazy out here in these streets, because you out here playing them, and they got a reputation to uphold, and they will not hesitate to exact violent action upon anybody that plays around with their money. Like the mafia. Don't play with the money. What's going on, kitty? What's up? Over there looking very tigerish. What we doing? Huh? What we doing? Come, cat. Gata. Gata. What we doing? Don't go on that side. What's up? What's up? What we doing? Huh? All right. Anyway. So yeah, Most people won't tolerate somebody playing around with their money for very good reasons. You, like I said, you may work too hard for your money. You may have too many obligations to where your money is supposed to go, and maybe you just don't like that feeling of being played by somebody over your money. Money is something that you will make back, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that should be your compensation for somebody playing you. I ain't telling you that. Not I. No, no. But there is no doubt that you can always make your money back. When we start talking about something like your heart, somebody playing around with your heart, most of us are looking for a life partner, somebody that we can spend the rest of our lives with and spend the rest of our lives with happily, satisfactorily, enjoyably. And when you're a serious person and you being honest and truthful with somebody, you're being sincere with somebody about what your intentions are, about what you want, and they make you believe that the two of you are on the same page about that, and they want to see the same things happen for you as you want to see for them. And let's go forward with our love. Let's go forward with our love. Let's go forward with our love. Yeah, like that. Terrence Trent D'Arby, 1987, 1988. Yeah, they might have you thinking that it's all peaches and cream, like y'all are two peas in a pod. Sonny and Cher, Renee and Angela. Sorry, Renee and Angela, Captain and Tennille, Roberta Flack and Hathaway, Johnny Hathaway, Donnie Hathaway. My bad. Uh, Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. Uh, uh, Denise Williams and what's the boy name? Too much, too little, too late to start a love again. Too much, too little, too late. What was it? What was the boy name? Johnny Mathis. Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams. That was Denise Williams and wasn't it? I think so. Ashford and Simpson. Did I said them already, right? Well, if you think about it, all of those groups, Sonny and Cher, Captain and Tennille, um, Renee and Angela, Donnie Hathaway and Roberta Flack, um, Denise Williams and Johnny Hathaway. I mean Johnny Mathis. All of those, all of those duos were great, great duos. They made great music together, and they seemed like they were really close. But they did eventually break up. All good things have to come to an end. And even though some of those duos that I mentioned, I don't even know if they were together, romantically, like a Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams. I don't think that they were ever together romantically. But the bottom line is they made songs about, getting your heart involved, talking about love, talking about partnership, talking about marriage, talking about the depth of emotion that you feel from dealing with somebody who you are in love with. So when somebody makes you think that they are in love with you as much as you have let them know or reveal to them how much you are in love with them, and then they reciprocate that, finding out that they was bullshitting you, finding out that they weren't really in love with you, but they were just saying whatever they had to say in order to make something happen. You know, Like maybe they was playing with your heart in order to get to your money. Playing with your heart in order to get to your money. You know, you sitting around thinking, standing around thinking, they ain't have to do that. We could have just had fun. I was just, I wasn't looking for nothing serious. I wasn't looking for anything. You're the one who came around and acted like you really wanted to be together with me. You pursued me, even when I tried to fall back, even when I resisted, even when I said, I ain't really trying to get into nothing. You were the one who pushed the envelope. You were the one who told me that you couldn't live without me. You were the one who told me that you couldn't resist me. You were the one who told me that we needed to be together. You were the one who told me that we were soulmates. You were the one who told me that God sent me to you and you to me. You were the one who you. And all you did all of that for what? All of that to play me, all of that to cheat on me, all of that to lie on me, all of that to try to take whatever I had, what little I had, including my dignity. You set out to take all of it. Well, I got a problem with it. You gonna have a problem with it. I got So if somebody has played you, played around with your heart in order to get your money, you probably aren't going to excuse that. Y'all probably not going to be as cool as y'all used to be. You probably are going to feel some kind of way about how they went about dealing with your feelings, dealing with your feelings and your dealings with what you feel. In business, we don't expect to get our hearts into certain things, but you know how things roll. There are plenty of people out here who won't work at jobs that they really don't like, and they really, really get invested as far as their time and maybe even their money are concerned to make sure that shows are supported or that they're helpful to somebody else in some kind of way. So when you're dealing with somebody like that who is all into whatever they're all into, that is real serious about whatever they're serious about, those aren't the kind of people that you really want to play around with, because their level of expectation is probably normal. But then when you played around and elevated their level of expectations when they were doing pretty good, when they were by themselves, and you then came around and gave them an offer that they couldn't refuse, or you manipulated a way to get them on your team, even though they may not either have been the better candidate, or because you figure you would handle business later on the back end, on the back to the beat. That's hot. I don't even know why I would even attempt to sip this, because that thing is hot. It is. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure you hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you subscribe to the channel yet. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Yo, make sure that you subscribe to the channel yet. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. To subscribe. All right, it's the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about playing with your heart, playing with your money, playing with your heart, playing with your money. Now, we talked earlier about how people aren't going to tolerate people playing around with their money, but when it comes to their heart, I mean, a lot of people will tell you off the gate, listen, I might not have a lot of money for you to play around with, but so I'm not really worried about that. Whatever you take from me, I could easily recover because I don't have a lot. I don't make a lot. But when it comes to your heart, you may have a lot of heart. You may have a lot of the heart to give. You may have broken pieces in your heart. You may have strong cardiovascular abilities to your heart. You may have so much going on with your heart that you can't afford for anybody to be playing around with it. You know, a broken heart in in the wrong hands can be a very, very bad thing. It can be detrimental. It can have life changing forces of tsunami proportions. So, so what do you do when somebody plays around with your heart? When somebody plays around with your heart, what do you do? If you think somebody is not being on a level with you, if you think that somebody's trying to play you, if you think that somebody is lying to you and they're trying to betray you and that they are siding with the enemy, what do you do? What are your options? What are the first options that come to your mind? I know for me, I'm always thinking about how much I'm going to have to deal with this person, even if I don't deal with them romantically anymore. So I have to ask myself, do we have children together? Do we have mutual friends? Do we have mutual interests? Do we have any business ventures or assets in the same name? Are we partners in that way? Because, and the reason that I would ask something like that is because I would need to know if I am deeply involved in this situation. To whereas even if I walk away, I still have to see them, and I may even miss one or two of them. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And what I'm saying is not law, not it's not facts or anything like that. I'm throwing it out there to see what y'all think about it. I'm throwing it out there to see what y'all think about it. You know, when it comes to the physical, you know, I wrote this on my page. I wrote this on my Facebook page today. You know, the conversation about who's a good man and who's a good woman often comes up amongst our people. You know, we always talking about what a good man is, or how these women out here nowadays, they don't really want a good man or a real man. They just want to be out here scrambling, struggling, being in love with a knucklehead, not doing what they're supposed to do, covering themselves, or uh, you know, handling their responsibilities. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. But they might be new around him. They might be. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for poor behavior. Playing with your heart. You don't want nobody to be playing around with your heart. That's what you don't want to do. You do not want anybody playing around with your heart, treating you like you some kind of plug, acting like you ain't the one that has it going on. So you don't need to be running around here acting like it's sweet like that. It's not. It's not. Playing with your heart. Mm-mm. A lot of people tell you no. We not. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? People cut people off, delete people off of the social media pages, block them and things like that, be, because there are reasons and forces behind um, how they may feel. So they might not be dealing with the same element or the same people that they dealt with before. You know, they kind of have uniquely decided to move in a different direction, and that direction could be a better direction. So when somebody's playing around with your heart and you find out that they've been lying to you and that they've been cheating you and that they've been deceiving you and that they have just been negatively using you to do their bidding, it's going to make you feel some kind of way. Of course, we know a lot of people who have gotten their hearts broken, even on purpose, and they still went back to the person that broke their heart. Yeah, but I've changed my ways. I've seen the error of my ways. I'm never going to do it again. It's going to be me and you together forever. I promise. I got you a promise ring. Promise ring, an engagement ring. I'm damn near ready to go ahead and drop the diamond ring at the jewelry exchange or somewhere. I don't know. Norristown. This tea is very good. I'm glad to. I had to put the extra honey in there though. I had to put the extra honey in there. But yeah, man, playing around, playing with your heart, playing with your money, playing with your heart, playing with your money. That is not the thing that you want to do. So you think about how many situations where people have had their money and their heart played with. Like, let's say you're a new artist looking for a record deal at a label. So the label gave you a deal. You know, maybe they gave you some good advance money, maybe they didn't. But whatever money that they did give you, you see somebody come up behind you and they're not even the person that you are. You know, we listen, you can call it like people who are against you might try to say that you're negative or that you're jealous or that you don't want anybody else to succeed. Doesn't always have to be that way. You know, when you see your replacement, your heir apparent right there, but your people who hired them are acting like they don't know nothing. Like, oh, a new employee just fell out of the sky. Yeah, in situations like that, you might have to handle your business. Might have to handle your business. And I'm not talking about no violence. It's not always about violence. Sometimes it's about silence. It's not always about violence. Sometimes it's about silence. And by silence, I think many of y'all probably already figured out what I mean. Not talking to a person, not dealing with a person, not allowing that person to call you, text you, or whatever, totally blocking them out of your existence because they're not doing you any good. And we don't want to go there. I said we don't want to go there. I said there. Let me do it one more time. That wasn't a good one. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs. Shall we? We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 23rd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT, they get number one out the box, Conrad Riches. Happy birthday to you, Conrad. Conrad. And also, Felicia Linder, turning 53 years old today because she's a 1970 baby. With the blind, with the crippled, the crazy. And also, Anika Reese, happy birthday to you, my. And last but not least, oh, no. We ain't up to no last but not least. There are plenty. Also, Ray Berry Petaway, my girl. I've known her since the 1991, and she is raising money for the Equal Justice Initiative. Okay, good looking. And also Sharon Brooks, happy birthday to you. And Elonda Powell, turning 55 years old today. And Sharon Brooks is turning 62 years old today. And Ingrid Patricia Martinez, turning 42 years old today. And Ease Mikel, happy birthday to you. And Shireen Williamson, turning 57 years old today. And Tangi Milan Brody, happy birthday to you. And Miss Diva Andrea, happy birthday to you. My man from around the way, Bruce Wilkins Palmer, turning 52 years old today. And Mr. Wodabi turning 61 years old today. And my girl Mona Mack, that I've known since about 1975. Happy birthday to you, turning 55 years old today. And go getter, straight out of Milwaukee, Teen Titan, Tanae Titan, happy birthday to you. And Delandra Vincent, happy birthday. And my girl from right around the way, a happy birthday, Kenya Lockhart, turn 51. Do the damn thing, get it done. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 23rd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, yes, I put a plan with my heart, I said, yo, man, yo, listen, you playing with my money, playing with my money. I advise you to never play with my money, but don't play with my heart from the very start. We gonna have a little part. We got problems need to be solved, and I gotta get involved. Yo, I thought you loved me and I love you. That's the way we're supposed to be. Like I love Lucy, you's a Lucy Goosey. You know, I got a problem with that. But you ain't have to act like we was all that. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. It's only Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all once again. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow. Y'all. I want y'all to have a great night. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, so we're gonna get you out of here. And and for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace.